and welcome back to another Tokidoki customization video. So for a little sneak peek for what's coming up on this channel, I plan to customize some unicornos as gifts. So that's what we will be doing today for this video, and then 2 more will be coming out soon. This one was actually the hardest to come up with an idea for, but eventually I settled on this cute duck-themed design. He loves ducks and even helped take care of one named Nessie. He also loves cute things, so I tried to make the chicks as cute as possible. It also works well with the Tokidoki aesthetic. To sculpt the little ducklings, I will be using Aves 2-part epoxy sculpt. I make sure to use silicone tools so it doesn't stick, and an x-acto knife for tiny details. I have already used 100% acetone to strip the factory paint from today's unicorno. I start with the body of the rear duckling, getting it into a round shape. I then add a smaller round blob for the head, making sure it's stuck on there really good. The other ducks will have their wings down, but this little guy will be waving. I make a small triangle and stick it to the side for a little wing. For the beak, I will be using the tiniest little noodle and carefully putting it onto the head. I do some touch-ups and smooth everything with water. I repeat this for the other 2 ducks, but for the wings I carve them out of the body. After letting the epoxy harden overnight, it's time to prime. I'm using a white Rustoleum primer, but it's not my favorite, and it was a little cold out when I used it, which made it permanently sticky. I covered it with enough paint later on that it's okay, but I probably should have just removed it with acetone and started over. I'm covering some parts with gesso to get areas the spray couldn't reach and to help the stickiness. Now we can bring this duck to life. I'll be using a nail polish because I want the head to be iridescent like real ducks, but it needs a green base first. I do a few coats of this acrylic green paint that I have watered down to mitigate the brush strokes. To speed up drying time, I use a hairdryer in between coats. Just make sure the paint isn't too watery or too thick. Once that's fully dry, I can add the fun part, the shimmer. Some artists don't like to use nail polish because it can yellow over time and isn't very cost effective. But since it's already green and my boss is getting rid of this anyway, I can't beat that. I have to be careful since the brush is a little bit bigger. Using nail polish is a little interesting because you need a lot on the brush to make sure you don't get strokes. But if you paint your nails a lot like me, you're probably familiar with it. Now I can start with the yellow on the ducklings. I do about 3 coats since it's a light color. I use this orange shade for the horn, kind of like a little nod to the color of the duck's feet and beak. With the same color and my smallest brush, I do little beaks, as well as some tiny duck prints on the rump. I had to hold my breath while doing something so small. I decided on a more natural color for the mane since I have so many vibrant colors going on already. This also took 3 coats since it's so light. Onto the water. This will go across the whole body so it looks like he's swimming. the second coat, I decided the blue was too dark, so I did a lighter shade. Next is the brown chest. I make sure to leave the white collar on the neck. This took about 2 coats. Using another Unicorno for reference, I use a pencil to sketch out the eyes and then fill them in with black. I go along and add in the tiny duckling eyes as well. Once that is fully dry, I can seal everything in with my Krylon clear satin spray. It was really windy out. And now for the final result. I think he turned out so cute, and his new owner absolutely loved him, which is the most important part. Thank you for watching. I hope you learned something. Make sure to boop that like button and subscribe for more projects.